Hey y'all, welcome back to the Hoops Talk Show. Today it's going to be a ranking of every single duo in the postseason / the playoffs going into this season. So I do have a little bit of criteria to go over. So it's going to be including kind of what we saw from the regular season. It's going to be included the past, and it's also going to be including taking into account injuries from this season. I'll go over what I'm talking about kind of with each team that needs to be, going over with. So the first duo that I have / the first team is the Denver Nuggets. I have them as my best ranked duo. And I have Jokic and I have Murray. It's not much to really go over in this aspect. We know what we get with Jokic and Murray. Hold on, let me probably could pull up the stats here. I think I have them written down. Yeah. They're the first duo in the playoffs to average 25, 5, and 5. So that's what you kind of get from them when they play together in the playoffs. Something I am a little bit worried about, why you can kind of have them as like 2 here. I wouldn't put them anywhere below 3 at all. But I just find it kind of interesting that as of late recently, it's kind of been like Jokic has a possession, Murray has a possession. Like, it's not really fluid right now, but I think they'll fix it by the playoffs. It's only been as of late when Jokic came back. But, yeah, they're my first duo. My second duo in the same tier with them, I would put Chet and Shea in that. Didn't have J-Dub just because J-Dub just now came back. Hasn't played a lot of this season. So, yeah, but when those two play together, they're 43 and 11 this season. So, Chet and Shea, they're definitely up there. My third duo is Reeves and Luka. I'll go into them in a minute, but staying on Chet and Shea, obviously amazing when they play together. I have them above Luka and Reeves just because of what Chet does on the offensive end, right? And Chet, he's probably the second best defensive player. Shea, he's probably the first or second best offensive player, right? So them just together is just amazing. Only reason I'm going to have them below is just because the history of Murray and Jokic, right? And on the defensive end, it just takes it over, right? Because Shea and Chet, they're the best together defensive duo, right? Out of all 3 of them. So that's why I have them as number 2. I got Luka and Reeves, number 3. I picked Luka and Reeves. I just think they're a better duo than, like, you could say a Luka and LeBron or a Reeves and LeBron, right? They're the whole numbers of when Luka, LeBron, and Reeves are all playing at the same time. Numbers aren't really great. Doesn't really matter to me, especially as of late. They're playing great together. They're my number 3 spot. My number 4 spot, this is going into a different tier. I do have the Detroit Pistons with Jalen Duren and Cade Cunningham. Cade's injury kind of scares me just a little bit, but I think this season, they played amazing. Probably the 3rd best duo, but it's just going into the postseason. Need to see another postseason of them 2 together. So they're my 4th spot. Yeah, that's pretty much it. 5th spot, could be a little bit surprising, but I have the Celtics. I have Brown and I have Tatum together. We've seen in the past they're amazing together. When one of them has it going, the other one can take a back seat. It's not one of the other team. It's both of their teams. I don't really like having the conversation of whose team is it. It's both of their teams at the end of the day. Have them at number 4. If you have them at 3, if you have them at 2, cool. But I'm just taking into account injuries and Tatum maybe being a shell of himself, but I still have them at that number 5 spot. My number 6 spot, staying in the same tier, in this second tier, I have the Minnesota Timberwolves. And I have Ant, and I have Gobert. If you want to put Randall there, it's cool. If you want to put McDaniels there, it's cool. But I have them coming in as this 6th spot. It's just Ant being injured, right? It's tough. Obviously, Ant. He's up there with the best part of the duo, right? The Jokic's, the Sheas, the Luka, the Cades, right? Better than Cade, in my opinion. But he's up there. This year, Cade's having a better year. I think, talking about overall, though, throughout the career, Ant has been better in general. It's just the injury kind of scares me a little bit, right? But we know what Ant is in the playoffs, so I'm giving them their respect. Giving them the respect of them playing together over some of my next duos. Just haven't had a ton of time together, right? So, yeah, I got Ant and Gobert as my 6th spot. 7th spot, it's a little bit interesting. I have Donovan Mitchell and James Harden. They're playing great together, right? Haven't had a lot of time together, but when they do play, they're phenomenal together. And Mitchell can finally take that back seat and be like, okay, cool, I'll let y'all ride out, right? It's not really trying to include the whole entire team in this ranking, but when he needs to take a back seat, Harden's right there. When Harden takes a back seat, Mitchell's right there. So, yeah, they're my 7th spot. My last duo in this tier, I have the Spurs, and I have the duo of Vic and De'Aaron Fox. Only reason why they're not higher, maybe, is because of just what we've seen in the postseason. We haven't seen anything from Vic, right? He's never been in the postseason before. And we've only seen one playoff series from Fox, and he was phenomenal. Now we need to see him together. We want to see how that match. They mesh greatly. Just got to give respect to the other duos ahead of them. Going into my 3rd tier, second to last tier. Starting it off, I have Brunson and I have Cat. I feel like there's not really a debate to have them anywhere higher. I feel like this is a good spot. We've seen them in the whole regular season and obviously this regular season together. Not really loving what I'm seeing from Cat this season. That's why I have them lower. Brunson, obviously in the playoffs, he's amazing. So I would just like to see more from Cat before I can put them anywhere higher than where I have them. My next team is the Houston Rockets. As of late, they haven't been amazing at all. Really, this season has been really not the best season for expectations post All-Star break with a bunch of stuff coming out. And Şengün just now coming back from an injury. That's why I have him at this spot. Can't have him anywhere lower than this, really. I think like right here is the perfect spot for them. Coming in next, I have the Toronto Raptors, right? I have Scotty, and I did Ingram with that. You could probably put Quickly there. I don't think anybody else would really fit that spot, but yeah, I have these two. Scotty, obviously young. What he brings on the defensive end is just amazing. One of the elites in the league, right? It's just in the postseason, we'll see how they kind of mesh together. Right now, they've been great, and they love playing together too. So I'm taking into account that, but yeah, have them in my 3rd tier today. All right, and then staying in the 3rd tier, my 4th team in the 3rd tier, I have the 76ers. I put Embiid and I put Maxey together, right? Don't really want to put VJ in that. Don't want to put Paul George in that, but I believe Maxey will be playing in the postseason. And the interesting thing about this is kind of when Embiid was that MVP caliber player, Maxey wasn't really here yet. And now we go into present day when Maxey has the MVP caliber season, Embiid isn't really the same player as he was before. So that's why I have him low. We're putting all these duos in the prime, then I'd have them right in my 2nd tier. But that's a different story. That's a whole nother different scenario. So right now I have them in the 3rd tier. Just right above the next team, which is the Phoenix Suns, I have Devin Booker and Dylan Brooks. They only played 5 games together. In those 5 games, they were great. Both having great individual seasons, right, for their career. Not the best season for Booker, but he was also out, missed some time. I have Brooks over Green just because I feel like he's a better player as of right now, and they kind of mesh together well. I can understand if you want to rank them with Green, but I think I'd have them a little bit lower if I did do that. My next team ending out my 3rd tier would be the Los Angeles Clippers, right? And they're very, very top-heavy, and it's tough because now it kind of goes into, like, the overall players, and just meshing them together. But I have Benedict Mathurin and I have Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard being that top heavy, right? Having an amazing season, top 5 player this season. But he is kind of just carrying that load, and they haven't played a lot together, so I have them right here. My next team going into my last tier, headlining them, I have Steph Curry and I have Draymond Green. Trying to give them their respect just because they played so long together, but it is tough because, Steph's been out for a while, but we do respect what they can do together. But at the same time, Draymond's having a regression season and he hasn't been the best, while when Steph has played, he's been great. But yeah, it's kind of tough. Usually it'd be like a Steph and a Jimmy, but just couldn't happen this year because of Jimmy's injury. But, injuries are just a part of the game. Next team in my last tier, I had the Orlando Magic. I think out of the teams, they're probably the best offensive unit together, right? Out of my Heat, Hornets, and Hawks. But it's just tough because we haven't seen them in a playoff series, right? And that's kind of the same for all of these, but I think as just individual players, I'm giving them the jump over my next team, the Miami Heat, just because we haven't seen them together. The reason why I have the Miami Heat here, I have Bam, and I have Hero. Bam, and I have Hero here. Not loving what I saw from Hero this season, and it's kind of tough, right? Because he missed some time. But they've also played together. Now it's kind of like that role where it's like one of them kind of has to be the best player on the team, right? With Jimmy gone, and they're adjusting. Interestingly, I wouldn't say perfect, but there's going to be drawbacks with, kind of Tyler Hero's defense, right? But Bam carries that side of the duo, so I have them right here. And then I have the Hornets here. Kind of tough. Kind of who I'm putting there is I put LaMelo and I put Brandon Miller, just because they've been there longer. I can give a nod to Khan definitely, but it's then just who you want to take out. So I put them two together. Just very young duo. Haven't really seen them in a playoff series. Hopefully we do. I'm hoping we see them. Hornets have been a fun team this season to watch. So yeah, I got them two. My next team, I have them over the Hawks, right, with Jalen Johnson and Nah. The thing with Nickeil Alexander, he's probably the worst second star on this team. Probably second worst. This is the second to last team. Probably the second worst. It's tough. It's just the jump between them and the rest of the second teams, right? He's probably up there with Benedict Mathurin, if not better. But it's just, haven't really seen him in a playoff series, or we did, but haven't seen him together without Trae Young in a playoff series. So in the playoffs, it's a totally different game. Should be very, very interesting to watch. So, yep. And then my last team, it's the Blazers. I wanted to give a nod to Sharp, but I couldn't because he's been out for so long. So I went Klingon and, Tumani Kamara. Klingon and Tumani Kamara. No matter who you really want to go, I think they're really at this last slot. Just too young. Haven't seen them in a playoff series. I'm thinking we will probably see him in a playoff series. I don't know who against. Possibly the Thunder. Possibly the Spurs. But anyway, yeah, this isn't a playoff prediction video. I don't want to do that yet. But yeah, those are my top duos. Let me know where y'all disagree. Let me know where y'all agree. And thank you so much for watching. Make sure to share the video, like the video, subscribe. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one of Hoops Talk.